So Aonuma told Game Informer that the next Zelda could be more than just single player. Kind of hinted. So speaking to Game Informer, to promote Hyrule Warriors, you sighed. It was brought up that there's co-op gameplay in Dynasty Warriors, and basically, could that be replicated in the next entry of the main series? And his quote is, "The two-player functionality of Hyrule Warriors is something that has traditionally been done in Dynasty Warriors series. But they've changed because of the hardware to use the second screen of the gamepad. Instead of having split screen on the television, you have one player playing on the television, one on the gamepad. When I was talking about making Zelda more than just a single-player experience, that's something you will see in the future, maybe next year."
That doesn't, I mean, it doesn't mean that the core Zelda game will be multiplayer. It doesn't, It could mean that there's an offshoot like Four Swords Adventures, right? Like, or a return of that franchise.
Yep.
It could also mean that it's like the Tingle Tuner, or, you know, like Ubisoft just had Child of Light, where on the Wii U gamepad you can play along and do different things. So it could mean a whole bunch of things. Or it could just be saying, hey, you know, we have high aspirations for what we're going to do with a franchise. Right?
I think at the most intrusive, I would allow it, not like I have any walls to put up around this thing, is sort of the way Journey handled it, which is just like, you might come along some other players along the way, you might solve a puzzle with them, and then they're gone. Because, like, honestly, when I'm playing Zelda, leave me alone. Like, I don't want to be in a multiplayer world. Everyone wants this living, breathing Skyrim world. Like, no, get away from me. I want to be, like, in my apartment. I want the TV. I want my headphones. I just don't talk to me. I want to be in this giant, magical kingdom of Hyrule by myself. Like, I don't need online multiplayer. I don't need my friends on the couch helping me. Like,
Brian, I don't know if you knew this, but you have a choice. If you don't want to play multiplayer with someone, you don't have to.
You used to, but more and more, these things are becoming very intrusive.
Well, yeah, but there are games like Titanfall where it's, you know, it's
where you don't have a choice.
Key. You don't have a choice. You have to play against humans.
Yeah.
But I don't think Zelda is going down that road no matter what. But, you know, Watch Dogs has multiplayer that you can toggle off where somebody invades your game, right?
Which I'm fine with, because I get to ignore. It's like Watch Dogs is done great because it's literally what I do in real life when people want to play multiplayer. I don't answer the phone.
Just to put in context for folks too, if you look at Wind Waker HD and also A Link Between Worlds, they've kind of been experimenting with this already. Where, for example, in A Link Between, in Wind Waker HD, you had bottles that you would find out in OpenSea that had messages from other players. Some of them had photos attached, so that was a cool way to not just make it single player.
Sure.
Almost a Dark Souls-esque kind of idea.
I was thinking Dark Souls is like a great model, right?
You leave
where
messages,
you see messages from other players. That could be really cool.
Also, there's A Link Between Worlds had the other links, the shadow links that you will walk into. Well, it was kind of a battle mode, but it was sort of opt-in and worked into the main world, right? Like, you can find someone else's shadow link and challenge them to a fight, essentially. And that was kind of cool because you got rupees from that.
Sure.
So, you know, we obviously don't know what this means, but it could mean some cool changes. If the last two experiments were decent, so I'm open to it.
Yep.